Hello everyone, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm, where my addictions all over the internet. On this channel I do library book hauls, book reviews, both digital and physical, audiobooks, and so much more. So I kind of want to do a response to another YouTuber's video about how to actually go on a book buying ban. And one of the things that she talked about that I do not agree with is that she's basically said that you're not going to be able to actually stop buying books because buying books is oh, forgot how she worded it, but I kind of want to say this. I have been on a book buying ban for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. And the biggest push to not buy books is the fact I do not have disposable income anymore. I don't. I should take it back. I don't have it right now. So basically what I am doing is that I am literally going and saying I don't have the money for books. Therefore, I am not going to be able to buy books. Therefore, I am, even if I did have the disposable income, I still would not buy books because there is Kindle Unlimited, there is the library, all that type of stuff. If you cannot abstain from buying books when you know you do not have the finances right now to afford it, you have an addiction, and you need to figure out a way to combat that addiction. And the way to not combat the addiction is to buy more books. So that is my issue with videos like that. First of all, they tell you right off the bat, you're not going to be able to do it. That is not something you tell someone who is trying to no longer feed an addiction that TikTok, Bookstagram, all that fed. That is very counterproductive. I would not walk up to someone and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you cannot be a model because you're not pretty enough." You don't tell someone they can't do something, because there is this habit of, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm definitely going to do it. And there are videos out there about people that have not bought books in a year, which is great. So telling someone that they cannot do that is counterproductive. And then she says, well, go on a book buying restriction. If I have 800 books I have not read, why the hell would I go on a book buying restriction? Because all it's going to do is gradually that's going to go up and up and up and up. The point of me doing a book buying ban is to read the books I already have. That is the purpose of doing it. And I do not need somebody telling me, well, you need to go on a book buying restriction. Well, when you don't got money, okay, you can't sort of do it. And as I said, even if I did have the extra disposable income that I used to have, I would look at them like, okay, so if I go on a restriction of how many books I read, there's nothing keeping that TBR from going up and up and up and up and up. So my viewpoint is this: if you truly believe that you have too many books, my advice to you is to stop buying them. And it's kind of, when you hear people say book buying restriction and, oh, you can't do it and all this stuff, you literally are telling them, well, it's okay because you're restricting how many books you actually buy. So my TBR is going to get longer and longer and longer and longer. But it's okay because I'm just restricting the number of books. It's like giving someone a tub of cocaine and telling them to take a pinch of it. You're feeding their addiction. You're feeding their addiction. And it's not healthy for anyone. Because all they're going to do is they're going to fall off the wagon, and they're going to buy 100 books or 50 books or 20 books. It's like, no. If I tell you that I'm going on a book buying ban, number one, because I don't have any more money. I don't have money in my wallet. Yeah, I've got money in my savings account, but I'm kind of limiting that only to, my Kindle Unlimited. Or like any time that I save up, say I save up, like say my brother gives me some money to go to the library and to return books that are due. I put all of my change in a little tin that I got for 10 cents at the thrift store. And and when I get to like $15, then I will take the bus, go to the bank, and put that $15 in my savings. And what does that do? It pays my Kindle Unlimited. So, for people that want to understand, what are my rules when I do book buying bans? Okay, number one, if I go to Sam's Club or BJ's and I see books, I'm going to pass it by. Pass it by. No. So, rule one, I do not buy a single physical or digital book. At all. The only exception to that rule is Kindle Unlimited and digital and physical library books. Those are the only exceptions to that rule. So the reason that I mentioned that I pay for Kindle Unlimited is because of the fact that I have access to hundreds of thousands of books. I don't have to pay for them. I don't if I get a book and maybe 25% in, I don't like it, I can DNF it, and I can also delete it off of my Goodreads shelf. I also will not accept gifts of books from other people. So, for example, if my brother decides to get me a book, I will say, all that's going to do is take up dust, and I'm not doing it. Now, once again, I am still waiting on my Nightworms book subscription box that I got last month. I'm still waiting. Been went on that thing for a month now, and I will say this: if I don't get the book by the beginning of next month, I'm going to demand a refund for the $59 I spent for the subscription box. I'm not playing. I'm going to tell them I never got the package, so I want my refund. So that refund will go back into my checking, and it will go into my savings, and that will go towards Kindle Unlimited subscription. So the goal of my book buying ban for people that do not know why I'm doing this is to get my TBR, both physical and digital, down to 0. I don't want to have any more books to read. So if I go to the library and I see the next book in the series is there, then I will pick it up and check it out and read it. So that's what I'm basically doing. So at the beginning of, towards the 31st of July, I am going to choose several books to read. And what I am basically going to do is do a short. So like when I put all of the books away that I pulled off from my shelf, I will do a short video showing, okay, this is what my bookshelf looks like now. And then the next month I do another video showing this is what it looks like now. So that way you guys can start seeing the covers being flipped, the books being flipped over to their spines. Be like, oh yeah, she's getting her TBR in her horror thriller collection down. Now, once I have read all of my physical TBR, then I will turn my attention solely to the digital one, like my Nook, like my Kindle. Once those are down to zero, then I'm going to go, okay, I've been on a book buying ban for this long. Like, say I've been on a book buying ban for 4 years. Okay, how many books do I now? Okay, so now that I've been on this book buying ban for, say, 4 years, so what do I want to do now? Well, okay, since I don't have any more books to read, I'm just going to the library and I'm going to see what they've got. And if they don't have a book that I really, really want to read, then I will just go on Amazon and go ahead and pick it up. So after my book buying ban is officially over and I've gotten my TBR, both physical and digital, down to zero, then what's going to happen is I will have a limit of like how many books that I will actually purchase in 1 month. And this is to ensure that my TBR does not get out of hand anymore. So if I say, okay, I'm going to buy 4 books this month. So I'm going to look at like how many weeks are in the month and say, okay, we're going to do 4 books. And those are the 4 books that I will get. And then if I don't really feel like buying books for that month, I'll go back to the library and see what they got. I may go to Goodwill and check to see what they got as far as books are concerned. My goal every time will be 4 books a month. 4 books. So I will pick out the books I really want to read, and those are the books that I will read. So people are like, well, it's going to take you such a long time to get that horror library you've always wanted. Yes, it is going to take me quite a long time to do it. And I may not even get the horror library I've been wanting by the time this is over with. But at least I will prove a point that this girl fails to make. You can do a book buying ban if you know that, first of all, it is damaging you psychologically, you're emotionally all messed up. You obviously are suffering for it. It's becoming a mental issue for you. You're always have anxiety, like, oh, I'm missing out on this book and this book. And Barnes and Noble does not help matters with promoting, oh, here's a new special edition of Rebecca Yaros's really horrible series. And it's like, no, I mean, it's like, I looked at it, it's like, I'm not even interested in that. I don't even like the series. So, yeah, it's like, it's harmful. It's harmful. But yeah, it's like, why are you getting on YouTube and telling people, guess what? You're not going to be able to do this because it's human nature to buy books. Well, it was human nature to smoke, to snort cocaine, but people managed to realize it wasn't good for you. Duh. But anyways, so those are my rules on book buying ban, if you guys didn't know. Only on Kindle Limited, only library books. No more buying ebooks, no more buying physical books, no more buying audiobooks. And yeah, so I am definitely going to prove that book buying ban is possible and everything. So I'm in it there, and I will see you next time.